All right, let's continue our face-off between the HTC EVO 3D and Samsung Nexus S 4G and take a little closer look at the user interface on each of our contenders. And we have a very wide spectrum here. We probably have the most robust UI available on a smartphone. The HTC Sense EVO 3D offers Sense 3.0. And then we probably have the thinnest UI available, the stock UI from Android on the Samsung Nexus S 4G. On the EVO 3D, with Sense 3.0, you're going to get 7 different panels that you can customize, application shortcuts, bookmarks, folders, contact information, and HTC or Android widgets. Give you an idea. We'll go into widgets, browse. There are 80 different widgets available that you can add to the different panels on your EVO 3D. So obviously a lot of widgets available there. You also have, from the home screen, in the lower right-hand corner, your personalization key, which allows you to go in and set up different scenes. You can set up your own custom scene. You can download more from HTC Hub. It comes with 6. Basically what it does is, depending on what you're going for, you see we've got HTC, social, work. It's going to change the layout of the widgets and use different widgets. You've got skins, only offers 3, which is kind of a disappointment. There are a lot more available, and again, you're going to have to join HTC Hub to download those. You've got wallpapers. Again, both phones support live wallpapers. I've got one on the Nexus S, and then you've got your lock screen, and this is pretty slick. You can have just to be a wallpaper. You can set it up so that it's attached to your photo album, and again, this is from the lock screen. Friend stream, where it's showing you your messages on Facebook and Twitter, the weather, current weather from where you're located. Also, stock market or just a clock. So that's pretty slick for the lock screen. The other thing that's nice about the lock screen is you'll see here in this image, you've got shortcuts to messaging, camera, email, as well as phone, and you can simply slide one of those down to the ring and unlock your phone and go directly to that application, which is pretty nice. There's a look at some of the personalization that's available. And as far as widgets, clock and weather widget, here's the weather widget, and it goes to different cities, a lot of animation, as you can see there. Calendar widget. This is the new video widget. The phone does come with Green Hornet in 3D, and it looks quite good, actually. The viewing angle is limited, but if you get the right viewing angle, the album or the movie looks quite good. Friend stream ties into Twitter and Facebook in your bookmark widget. And again, there's a quick way to move between the panels. Not sure exactly how you're supposed to stop it, and you can also see there's a 3D effect when moving from panel to panel, which is pretty slick. All right, now on the Nexus S 4G, you're going to get 5 different panels as opposed to 7. And you can customize each one of these panels with Android widgets, application shortcuts, bookmarks, folders, or contact information. I'll give you a look at some of the widgets. It's the Android clock widget, Android weather widget, YouTube widget, news widget, music widget. Again, these are all Android widgets. Calendar widget, Google search widget. And again, you can go in and determine what areas you want to search on your phone based on the applications that are currently on your phone and the ones that you download. What else have we got? That's the market widget, Android market widget, latitude widget, power bar widget. And as far as available widgets, go in here and give you a look. Not a heck of a lot considering we have 80 on one, very few on the other. But again, you've got the Android market where you've got thousands of different widgets you can download, and a lot of them looking very similar to the widgets on HTC. As far as shortcuts moving between the panels, you've got these dots in each corner that you can tap on to move from side to side, aside from swiping. Also, holding down in either corner will give you an overview of the 5 different panels that you can tap on to move between. And you've got your home key. On the EVO 4D from your home screen, you can tap on the home key. It'll give you an overview of all 7 panels. Tap on any one to get directly to it. You can pinch the screen to get back to that view, overview, and then again move between the panels that way as well. So a couple different ways to tackle that. Take a look at the notification systems on both. The EVO 3D offers the last 8 applications you opened up at the top, which is pretty handy for tapping on. Then you'll get your notifications on both phones. That portion will look the same. Then you have quick settings on the EVO 3D as well, where you can turn on and off Wi-Fi, Sprint hotspot, mobile network, 4G, Bluetooth, GPS, get directly into your settings menu. And you can also get into your almost got it. Let's try it this time. Your task manager, and free up apps, kill apps, however you want to set it up. It shows you the amount of memory you have available. So that's pretty slick. And again, on the Samsung Nexus S, it's bare bones. You're going to get your notifications, and it's going to work fine, but it's not going to have any fluff attached to it. All right, let's go into the main menus on both. And you've got the 3D effect on the Nexus S, as you can see there as we scroll through. And you can see there's very limited as far as the amount of apps that are downloaded. On the, one other thing. And as far as what you can do to customize it, you really can't, but you can go in, you've got a shortcut to manage your apps, which will bring you here. So you've got download all USB storage, which is nice. And you also have notifications directly there, and you can get your settings, but really no way to customize this particular, your main menu. On the EVO 3D, it moves in panels now, and it's just a real light touch. Will move it from panel to panel, showing you your different applications. You can look at all apps, frequently used or favorites, and also downloaded. You can also take a look at this in list view, alphabetically, in all, frequent, and downloaded as well. Go back to grid. You can also, from this screen, remove an app and also sort in whatever order you'd like, and alphabetical, date most recent or date oldest. So you've got a little bit more customization available in the main menu there. Holding down on the home keys on both will bring up the recent apps application. You can see I've got 8 different apps that recent apps that I can tap on and go directly to on both phones. I've only got 6 open, recent apps open on the Nexus S, as you can see there. Also, let's see, we've got a text message or an email. So that's what the notifications look like. And I think I'm going to stop there. Again, you could spend all day on EVO's, the EVO 3D Sense 3.0 from HTC as far as the amount of customization that's available. And again, on the Nexus S 4G, you can use the different downloads and widgets that are available in the Android market to customize it as well. So there's a look at the user interface on our 2 combatants, the EVO 3D and Nexus S 4G. Moving right along, what do you say we take a look at the messaging applications on our 2 combatants, the EVO 3D and Nexus S 4G. Started with the EVO 3D, and it's something that's kind of unique. Let me go into settings here real quick. Language and keypad. It has a built-in swipe, which is called Trace, I believe. They say swipe settings here, and someplace else they call it Trace. Let me... Keyboard types, text input, see Trace keyboard right here, Trace keyboard settings, and again you have to tap on that to turn it on, but you have basically one view, and it works as a regular touch keypad as you would expect, and also works, swipe also works with it as well. So there's a look at the keypad. Shift key lower left is you can reduce the keypad itself, speech to text, numbers and symbols, also numbers and symbols with long touch, which is great. I think I have to address this ultimately to send it so we can take a look at the, where am I? We'll send it to Cha-Cha. To take a look at the attachments. So here's your keyboard. Let's try a little speech to text first. Call John on Tuesday. Call John on Tuesday works great. We're not going to get any capitalization, but that isn't an issue if that's what you're after. And then let's try for our ETIN meeting on VDNESDAY Wednesday. For our meeting on Wednesday, worked great. No problems whatsoever with both speech to text and swipe. And then let's take a look at this bad boy in landscape. Next Wednesday with all the King's men. So it worked quite well, no problems at all. Take a look at attachments. You've got picture, video, and audio, so you've got a direct link to the gallery as well as the camera, which is great. Audio location, V-card for contacts, as well as a V-calendar attachment. So it's got a nice set of attachments. Works very, very well. All right, let's look at the Nexus S messaging application, which is going to be a lot simpler as far as keyboard opportunities. Input method, we have the Android keyboard, so there's no swipe built into the Nexus S. So we have our Nexus S keyboard, and there it is. And again, shift key, numbers, and symbols, as you can see there. Numbers are also available on long press, and also you have a punctuation bar, which is very handy. Speech to text, period, enter key, smiley shortcut key for just adding a simple smiley face. Call John on Tuesday. Call John on Tuesday worked great. And we actually do get a capitalization at the beginning of the sentence, which is nice. And then let's take a look at this in landscape. For our meeting next Wednesday. So that worked quite well. Nice size keys. It runs all the way down. I do have some problems sometimes hitting things down here at the bottom, adding a smiley face, simply tapping on it. If you want to go into settings and take a look at all of the smiley faces, you can. And again, you're going to see the same assortment you would expect from a phone of this type. And then let's get it back in landscape and take a look at the attachments that are available. And here's our attachments. And again, pictures, capture pictures, so you have a direct link to the camera as well as the gallery. Same thing with video, audio, so the same there. And then a slideshow. So we're missing the V appointment, we're missing the contact, and we're also missing, I think, location attachments that were available in the EVO 3D. All right, it's time to wrap up today's face-off with our browser comparison between the HTC EVO 3D and Samsung Nexus S4G, both currently available from Sprint. Again, I want to thank the folks at Best Buy Mobile for setting me up with these handsets for today's face-off. So if you're in need of a smartphone, make sure you stop by Best Buy Mobile. Also, don't forget to stop by smartphoneenemy.com. Check out winner today's face-off along with the written review. I'll also have some photos and video posted for both of today's contestants, as well as a lot of other smartphone news available. Let's see, I've got both of them running off the same Wi-Fi network. They both have been updated to Adobe Flash Player 10.3. I have Flash fully enabled on both, and I have the display set to automatic brightness. So let's kick this off, and we're off to smartphoneenemy.com. And wow, the Nexus S flying through it. Waiting for, here comes the EVO 3D. Nexus S is done. Looks to be doing quite well. We're still waiting for the flash to load on the, there it goes. Still waiting for one flash ad at the top. And the middle's there. But you can see a little rendering glitch. There we go. On the text sometimes on the EVO 3D, not a big deal. But you can see just how smooth it is. Smooth as butter. Double tap to zoom in, and then really slick re-renders. Very responsive. Just great phone for using a browser. Double tap to zoom all the way out. Alright, Nexus S, which was our speed demon. Again, very smooth. Not quite as smooth, but real close. Double tap to zoom in. Rewraps the text. There we go. Double tap to zoom all the way up. Double tap to zoom all the way out. There we go. No rendering issues. Nexus S did a great job. It's not quite as smooth, but very, very close to the EVO 3D. All right, let's head over to Engadget and see who gets there first, and we're off. Nexus S is just flying. Well, here comes the EVO 3D. Nexus S, who's it going to be? Looks like it's going to be the EVO. Yeah, EVO took that one. EVO 3D was number 1 on Engadget, and again, just look at that. That's just how a browser should be. I don't want to do that. Let's go back. Notice it has a little issue sometimes rendering text underneath. Now that's what's really cool about the dual-core processor. The page isn't even fully loaded yet. I've already double tap to zoom in, and it's rewrapped the text to fit the display. It's nice having that dual-core processor and that gigabyte of RAM to get that done. But again, you can see just how smooth it is. Nexus S, okay, great job. Double tap to zoom in. Rewrap. Nice and responsive. Double tap to zoom all the way out. Looks good. All right, let's head over to CNN and give these guys a real test. Play a little flash video on both, and we're off. Looks like it's going to be the EVO again as far as the speed demon winner. No, I take that back. Nexus S 4G was first to load. Still waiting on the EVO 3D to finish loading this. I don't think we really need for it to finish. It should run just fine without even being fully loaded, as you can see. Alright, let's find a video to run. We'll tap to zoom in. Showbiz. Carter drug confession. Alright, let's hear about that. And we're off. Looks like they're running about neck and neck. EVO is just a hair ahead. And the Nexus S seems to have taken a break on us.
Free access to Chase ATMs wherever you are.
There we go.
Chase customers can avoid ATM fees with over 16,000 nationwide. Take a step forward and chase what matters.
I'm Showbiz Tonight's Curry Winter, and this is the buzz today. A Jacko cocaine bombshell. Former teen pop star Aaron Carter claims the king of pop gave him cocaine and alcohol when he was just 15 years old.
Alright, we seem to have an issue on the EVO 3D where it's frozen. See what's going on with the Nexus S, if we have any issues. And again, it's very choppy when it first spools up.
I admired Michael, but his behavior bothered me a lot. Then my mother called the police. The voice has spoken.
Alright, there's our browser comparison, and I was pretty impressed with how quick the Nexus S 4G was with the browser versus the dual-core processor on the EVO 3D plus the 1 GB of RAM. The Nexus S had a great showing in the browser. Both of them were finicky as far as the video playback was concerned, which surprised me quite a bit. They've handled it in the past. I'm not quite sure what's going on with either one of them today, but they both were a little finicky, which you saw. So there's our face-off between the HTC EVO 3D and Samsung Nexus 4G. Again, both available on Sprint. I'm guessing the Nexus S4G is quite a bit less expensive than the EVO 4G. So anyway, I hope that's been helpful. This is Craig with Smartphone Envy. Take care.